Thank you for joining our show for art's sake. My name is Marisol Dátiz and I'm your host. Today we're excited to have Kansas City musician Kurt Allen on our first Zoom interview on the show. Kurt, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. Great being here.
Kurt, tell us something about your background. Where are you from and how you got started in music?
Originally from Kansas City, grew up in somewhat of a musical family. My uncle had me playing guitar and listening to music when I was probably about 7 years old, and brought me up on Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Alvin Lee, Rory Gallagher, Paul Kossoff, Peter Green, all that stuff. From a very early age, I heard that stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And since then, it's no turning back.
Did your family encourage you in your musical journey?
Yes, parts of them did.
How did you develop your skills? Are you self-taught or did you take any lessons?
Pretty much self-taught. My uncle taught me a lot, and but he was self-taught as well. So it was kind of a self-taught by another self-taught, and then from there it was myself, just kind of learning things, figuring things out, sitting there for hours and hours. Mom, my cassette just got eaten. Can I get another one to re-record this song?
How old were you when you first started playing professionally? Did you start a band with friends?
Oh, my first professional music was probably, I was about 13 years old playing in some coffee shops in Kansas City. Just kind of cutting in and figuring out how to do everything, and many bands all through high school and middle school, and then after college and all that, touring with I did quite a bit of touring with some metal and rock bands and alternative bands in the late 90s and early 2000s. My first love was always blues and funk and kind of the gritty old school rock and roll. But when I was a teenager in high school, nobody was playing that stuff. It was all alternative, metal and stuff like that. And got to a point where I was like, I want to go back to my first love, the blues and blues rock, and start putting some funk and soul and stuff mixed in with it.
Of course. Where did you receive your education?
I went to Maple Woods Community College and Park College. It's now Park University, but at the time it was still Park College. And that's in Riverside, Missouri.
After college, did you have any other jobs or did you immediately pursue a career in music? And was music always your goal?
Oh, well, it's always been music, 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 but as a professional musician, you always have side jobs too, because it's a hustle.
That's true.
This stuff, it takes a lot, dedication, hard work, hours and hours and hours, and sometimes it doesn't pay great.
I understand you have a new album. Tell us about it. What was your first album?
My first solo album was Titanium Blue in 2014, and then we released Whiskey, Women, and Trouble in September of 2020, and then, of course, the most recent one just came out November 18th, 2022. That was live at the Red Shed from Hutchinson, Kansas.
Nice. Excellent. And what is your process in writing? Do you start with the lyrics or you thinking on the melody first?
It differs. It's different all the time. Sometimes I'll hear a melody and I'm like, all right, I got to write something to that. Sometimes I'll have a conversation with somebody and we'll say something and be like, all right, that's a great line or that's a great hook. I need to write something to go with that, and then
Sure.
come up with a melody later. It's kind of a crapshoot. I don't have any set writing style or writing process. It's more inspiration and kind of how, when the inspiration is there, I try to stick with it and work through it and see what I can cultivate out of
Yes.
it.
You have a very distinctive style, and I notice of your guitars, one is covered in stickers. Is there a special meaning to it? Tell us more about that.
Alvin Lee was one of my biggest influences, or still is to this day. So that was kind of my homage to Big Red, Alvin Lee's Big Red. So Miss B is kind of my version. You know, part of the stickers on that guitar are an actual Alvin Lee kit, and about the other half are stuff that I enjoy, or that I kind of wanted to make kind of half an homage to Alvin Lee, but still myself as well.
Okay. We're going to show a newest video, Bad Love. Is this a song you wrote?
Yes, song I wrote. We've all been through some bad relationships. You know, everybody, both genders, we've all been
That's
through
true.
bad relationships. And a buddy of mine was in a relationship that wasn't conducive to his situation at the time. And he and I had talked about it, and I kind of used his story as inspiration for that song.
On this song, you started with the lyrics, I want to say? Okay.
Yeah, that's one that you know, just conversation with a buddy of mine, and actually multiple conversations over a few weeks, and just kind of came up with it. And I'm like, you know, that's a sad song, but it needs to have something upbeat, some upbeat music to go with it, so it's not like, you know, banging your head off the desk or something like that.
Yes.
You know, it needs to be more uplifting, even though it's telling a bad story or a story of loss and pain. But there's brighter days ahead. So
That's
you know,
true.
that's part of the uplifting or the upbeat music behind it.
Well, let's play one of your latest songs, Bad Love.
I don't need your loving no more. I don't want you around, that's for sure. Well, you're constantly putting me down, make me feel just like a clown. All those nasty things that you say make me just want to run away. Well, I'm scrambling for that door, 'cause I don't want your bad love.
Oh, thank you very much. We enjoy playing it. Seems to go over really well live, and like I said, we've got about 130,000 views or something on YouTube with that song currently.
Sure. I know you've been touring a lot. How is your Kurt Allen 2023 tour going?
Well, it's been going fairly well until we encountered Bambi somewhere on I-90 in between Rome and Utica, New York. Put a little hitch in our step, but we've kept going. We endured and continued with the run. We're not going to let that slow us down.
Well, you're doing well, and that's important. Will you be writing a song about a deer?
Yeah, well, something along those lines. I think we're going to use that as some inspiration for, bad luck seems to follow me around. I think there's going to be a song there pretty soon.
Yes. In the future, is there a musician or band that you'd like to record with?
Oh, wow, there's so many. I'd love to work with Joe Bonamassa, Kirk Fletcher, Marcus King, Jeremiah Johnson, a friend of ours. Man, the list is just too long. There's so many people that I'd love to work with. Albert Castiglia, Mike Zito, Alistair Green. It just goes on and on and on and on and on.
All great players. Will you be performing at upcoming festivals? Will you be performing at upcoming festivals?
Absolutely. We're working on getting into a lot of the festivals. We're going to be playing the Camping with the Blues, I believe it is, in Florida in October. We did a homegrown festival in Missouri back in May. We've got a couple other festivals coming up later this year. I don't remember which ones they are right now. Our schedule is kind of pretty full. It's hard to keep a track on everything. But we next year we'd love to move into some of the higher end festivals. We'd love to get on things like the North Atlantic Blues Festival, Blues from the Top in Colorado, Tampa Bay Blues Festival, New Orleans Blues
Nice.
Festival. We're game, open, down to play any and all festivals.
You have guitar, will travel?
Exactly. Have guitar, have band, we'll travel, and we will rock, blow the doors off, knock the tent down, whatever you want to call it.
It's been wonderful talking to you, Kurt Allen. Thank you so much. And if people want to get more of you, know more information.
Website is kurtallenmusic.com. It's KURTALLEN music.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, where it's Kurt Allen Music, also on both Instagram and Facebook. Sorry, I don't do TikTok or Snapchat or any of that stuff. YouTube, we've got that. We're pretty on most of all your social media channels.
Well, Kurt Allen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for speaking with us at the show. And we encourage our audience to visit your website for more information. And thank you so much for watching.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Well, as we wrap up, for art's sake, we're going to listen to a few songs from Kurt Allen. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
Well, there's 10,000 people sitting around the burying ground. Didn't hear me that I loved her till they laid her down. 10,000 people standing around that burying ground. Well, it didn't hear me that I loved her, not until they laid her down. So I walk around Grove Street, look down at her face, said farewell, darling, check on your judgment day. Walk up Raglow Street, look down her face. I said, farewell, and darling, back to check up on you judgment day. Yeah, I said, hush. Thought I would have called my name. Was so loud, so nice and plain. I said, hush. Thought I would have called my name, my name, my name. Lost head, it was so loud, so nice, so nice. It was so nice and plain. In the morning, and we should be right here, lay next to me. Better watch your step. Better watch your step. Better watch your step. I'll be watching you. You didn't come home for breakfast, coffee and tea. Don't know what you're doing. Woman, you're messing with me. Better watch your step. Better watch your step. Better watch your step. I'll be watching you. Well, you stayed all night, didn't come home. Saw you the next day with your same clothes on. You better watch your step. Watch your step. Better watch your step. I'll be watching you. In the morning, and we should be right here, lay next to me. Better watch your step. Better watch your step. Better watch your step. I'll be watching you. When you don't return my calls, you got to be so mean. Sit with your mother. Your mother never seen you. Better watch your step. Better watch your step.